Ever had that feeling of unease like a storm brewing in your mind? Welcome to the complex world of anxiety, a common yet often misunderstood mental health issue. It's like a shadow that looms, often unnoticed, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It can be as subtle as a whisper, or as loud as a thunderclap. So let's uncover the mystery, understand the signs, and take control of our well-being. Remember, recognizing the signs of anxiety is the first step towards managing it effectively. Sleepless nights, tossing and turning, sound familiar? This could be more than just a bout of insomnia. It's often the first sign of anxiety. When you're anxious, your mind goes into overdrive. It's like a hamster on a wheel, constantly spinning, making it nearly impossible to drift off into the peaceful embrace of sleep. Your thoughts race, darting from one worry to another, replaying scenarios over and over. It's a relentless cycle of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, and it doesn't stop when the sun goes down. In fact, for many, the quiet solitude of night amplifies these thoughts, making sleep elusive. Anxiety doesn't just steal your sleep, it robs you of rest. Even when sleep comes, it's often fragmented, filled with unsettling dreams. You wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. Remember, consistent sleep disturbance could be more than just one of those nights. Do you find yourself constantly worrying about everything, big or small? Now let's dive into the second sign of anxiety, excessive worrying. This is not your run-of-the-mill concern over an upcoming job interview or a first date. We're talking about a level of worry that's persistent, often intrusive, and can feel uncontrollable. Like a snowball rolling downhill. One worry leads to another until you're buried under an avalanche of anxiety. You might worry about your health one minute, your family's safety the next, and then a looming work deadline. Your mind becomes a spinning wheel of worries, often over things you have no control over. It's important to understand that this constant state of worry can be more than just a personality quirk. It could be a sign of an anxiety disorder. Remember, worrying is a part of life. But when it becomes excessive and starts affecting your daily life, it's time to seek help. Excessive worry doesn't just mean you care a lot, it could be a sign of anxiety. Ever felt your heart racing for no apparent reason? Or maybe experienced unexplained aches and pains? These could be the third and fourth signs of anxiety. Physical symptoms. Anxiety isn't just a mental health issue. It has a physical side too. The constant worry and stress can trigger your body's fight-or-flight response. This can lead to physical symptoms that can be alarming. Have you ever noticed your heart pounding like a drum, even when you're not exerting yourself? That's heart palpitation, a common symptom of anxiety. Similarly, ever felt your muscles tense up, as if ready for action but there's no immediate threat? That's muscle tension, another sign of anxiety. And let's not forget the headaches. The constant worrying can cause a pressure cooker situation in your head, leading to persistent headaches. Remember, your body is a finely tuned machine. When something's off, it sends signals. Unexplained physical symptoms could be its way of saying, hey, something's not right. Your body might be trying to tell you something. Listen to it. Ever felt a sudden surge of overwhelming fear and stress? That's what we call hitting the panic button, and it's our fifth sign of anxiety. Panic attacks are intense episodes of fear and discomfort that can strike out of the blue, leaving you feeling like you're losing control, having a heart attack, or even dying. This isn't just a case of feeling a bit anxious. A panic attack is a full-on, all-consuming sense of dread. It can cause physical symptoms too, like a racing heart, shaking, sweating, shortness of breath, and a choking feeling. It's important to remember that panic attacks are not dangerous in themselves. They're the body's exaggerated response to perceived threats, a throwback to our ancestors' fight or flight response. And even though they can feel terrifying, they're not indicative of any physical illness. Panic attacks can be scary, but understanding them is a step towards taking control. Do you often find yourself avoiding social situations? This could be a sign of anxiety, the sixth sign we're discussing today. Anxiety can make the prospect of social interaction seem like a daunting task, leading to a tendency to withdraw or avoid these situations altogether. It's not about being shy or introverted. It's about the perceived risk of discomfort or embarrassment. If you're avoiding social situations more often, it could be more than just introversion. It could be anxiety. Understanding anxiety and its signs is the first step towards better mental health. To recap, the 6 signs we've discussed are restless nights filled with disturbed sleep, becoming a worrywart with excessive worrying, the physical manifestations such as muscle tension or headaches, the sudden and intense panic attacks, and finally, the tendency to retreat socially. Remember, if you're experiencing any of these signs, it's important to seek professional help. You're not alone and help is available.